Tonight's presentation is about the QPR and team building activity that took place at the ninth grade center in September. And the goal is to have that an annual event. The QPR and the students will talk about the QPR and the team building activities that they participated in. But the QPR training, it's a research-based program. The Montgomery County Regional Mental Health Services, led by the director, Mrs. Tori Bright, was very instrumental, along with Dr. Roach, in organizing the 26 trainers to train. You know, we had to train 658 students. So that was the task. It's a 90-minute required training. The students won't go over the training in 90 minutes. It'll be much quicker than that. But it's a complex training, and so we have our student government that is going to be here this evening and talk about what they took away from the QPR training. And then we also have student representatives that are going to talk about the team building activities. The team building activities led by Mrs. Hammond and Mrs. Purdy. I don't know if they're here tonight. But they were instrumental as well in organizing activities. It was student-led, so students in the Resiliency and Avidum Club came over to the ninth grade center. So it was 10th to 12th grade students, some ninth grade students as well. They were student leaders, and they led our students through team building exercises. And the goal of those exercises is to increase positive communication, build positive relationships amongst their peers. So I'm going to turn it over to the student government, and they'll talk about QPR, and then next will be the students that are going to represent the team building activities. And then a special thank you to Mrs. Briggs and Mrs. Dubbs. They also assisted with both activities and then helping with student government. So.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sam Burns, and I'm the ninth grade class president. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight and giving us the opportunity to speak. QPR is designed to save a life and prevent a suicide following these 3 steps. Question someone about suicide, persuade them to seek help, and refer them to a trusted adult. This is not a form of counseling or treatment, rather an opportunity to offer hope to someone in need. Anyone can learn QPR and conduct training at any given time. We are the first to do grade-wide QPR training during our freshman year here at Springford.
Hello, my name is Claire Lanzacera, and I am the class treasurer. I'm going to be talking about how QPR helps. QPR is an act of courage. When one has courage, they want to help and are more willing to say something to someone or even act. When learning QPR, it builds someone's courage. The majority of those who attempt suicide give warning signs. With QPR training, this will interrupt this path. This program recognizes when one's in distress and needs help. QPR does not just help people that are trying to assist someone who are having these thoughts, but it can also help the person that has these thoughts. QPR can tell one when to act and how to act. With providing QPR training, it can encourage someone to get the help they need or give others some warning signs that they need the support.
Hi, I'm Nina Aquilani, and I'm the class secretary. QPR can be applied when someone is showing signs of suicide. Signs of suicide include them showing swings in their mood, letting go of things they used to have pride in, being sad all the time, or changing their personality or appearance. Getting someone the help they need may not always be easy. In fact, it could be a really hard thing to do. Listening to them is key, and when listening, one needs to give their full attention, not interrupt, and not rush to judge. The goal of persuasion is to get a person to agree to get themselves help. To do this, one should ask questions like, will you go see a counselor with me? Will you help make an appointment? Or will you promise me? Things like that could really make a difference.
Hello, my name is Dylan. I am the ninth grade vice president. With QPR, there are 2 numbers that you could call to refer. The first number would be the Montgomery County Mobile Crisis Support number, which is 1-855-634-4673. And the second would be the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, which is 1-800-273-8255. When referring someone to QPR, your first option could be to refer them to a doctor and go to make an appointment with them. If that doesn't work, the second thing you could do would be go refer them to a doctor and have them call them. And if neither of those options work, a third option could be to make sure that they want to get help and even if it's not at that time, they'll still get help, and promise you. The most important thing we got out of this QPR training is that to never leave someone by themselves and always offer help.
Good evening. My name is Victoria Hansen. One of the activities part of the teamwork exercises we did was to build a shelter to protect a Pringle chip from a social studies textbook. At first, I thought this activity was relatively useless. Then I got put in a group with 2 other girls, each of us with our own thinking methods and personalities. We communicated our ideas and finished in 30 seconds. The shelter was successful. What I took away from this was how the shelter represents people in our life who care about us and will protect us from harm. I also now know 3 more familiar faces in the hallway and became even more aware that not everyone thinks like me. Thank you for your time.
My name is Ellie Hansen. Out of all the activities that we participated in, the Gaga Ball game was something that we did with a group of people in a circle, and the point of the game was to get a ball through the legs of someone else. During the game, I felt myself become more focused on my surroundings, and there were a lot of different levels at which the people around me were taking the game. Some, like me, were just in it for the fun. Other people got really competitive, and even though it didn't last long, I felt like I got to know people better through the game, just the way we all interacted and laughed. It was a lot of fun, and since we were all put in random teams, I didn't really know many people playing the game, so getting to know them really made the rest of the training more comfortable. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Cooper Stone. Another activity we did involved the hula hoop. For this activity, we got into 6 groups with like 6 people in each group, and we had 1 hula hoop. The objective of the activity was to get the hula hoop on the ground, but there were things that we could not do. We could not talk, and we could not use our fingertips. Overall, the thing that I learned from this was how to work well with others, and yeah, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Aruj Burthan, and today I'm going to talk about my perspective over the cups activity. The cups activity is where 2 teams compete against each other to either knock down or stand the cups back upright. The cups are placed on the floor, and the goal is to have the most cups knocked or standing for your side to win the round. I believe that the cups activity was a great way to represent the idea of one hurting or knocking others down, and the ones that place the cups back upright are building themselves up again. This activity is a good example of real-life scenarios, and it was indeed a well-thought-out activity. Personally, I had lots of fun during this activity, and this activity is definitely one we should do again. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Good evening, my name is Connor O'Day. I'm going to be talking about the takeaway from the group activities as a whole. For me, school is an opportunity to strive for future accomplishment, but it can become stressful during the worst times. Fortunately, with the help of our staff and school board, once in a while we are able to take a break from the average routine of the day and try something new. This bundle of team activities was that opportunity for me and many other students who feel the same way. The activities themselves reinforce the topics that we've been learning about through our whole lives as students, which is teamwork, unity, perseverance, and the basic trust in one another. Some of the activities grew frustrating, but as students of Springfield Area School District, we've been raised to overcome the challenges that are presented to us. The difference, of course, this time was that we completed the activities before or after talking about QPR, making the room feel a little more tense than usual. This created a different atmosphere we've never experienced when talking about the teamwork and trust that we've grown so accustomed to. As a result, I and many of my fellow classmates were able to leave that day having felt more impacted by those events than any like them before. I would like to see something similar to this annually throughout high school, not because it was amusing to watch friends and classmates have some difficulty with the activities themselves, but because it is a good way to reinforce those foundational concepts that we strive on. This could be the perfect opportunity to provide us with those foundational concepts. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Okay. Hello, my name is Julia Ward. An activity I found had a positive outcome was the magic carpet. It was a positive outcome as everyone communicated and worked together to accomplish their goal, to turn the cloth. We thought it would be a great experience for the school board to partake in this activity. Yes. Okay. Okay. The rules of the activity are as followed. School board members will stand with both feet on the cloth. The school board must turn the cloth over completely without any member stepping off the cloth. If someone steps off the cloth, the group must begin the activity again.
Can I change into my gym clothes? Yeah, right.
No. Julia has examples of how her team was successful, but I said save those and let the board attempt it at least once before she gives her tips for how they successfully completed the task. Well, you're not supposed to. That's okay. Touch it. You can touch it. Feet. You're supposed to do it with your feet. Without going off. Without stepping off. Without stepping off. You have the same struggles that the students had. So give them some tips of it. So give them some tips as you, yeah, give them some of your suggestions. See if they're listening. Let them looking at each other, talking to each other. Are they communicating?
No, not well, kind of. Oh. So, a tip that I would give was that we arranged ourselves from tallest to shortest so that there was more room for the short people to like move back so we could flip the carpet over. But there you go.
Communicating too? Did you?
That's what I said.
You said. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was it?
Mhm. They did it.
They did it.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You do a great job leading the district. The piece I think that's important, the QPR training is 90 minutes. It's a required 90-minute training. So, the other half of the class, the 650 students, then were participating in these team building activities. I thought Connor really summed it up very well, as far as the benefits of the QPR and, of course, of the team building activities and developing strong relationships with their peers, and then knowing what to do and where to go to assist students. So I thought that was the piece that was beneficial, but that's basically the presentation.